Finally started. Let's go to the cost of debt. We had started last time around. We had seen the various formulas. The formula structure was discussed. And I have also shared with you one formula chart in the Google Classroom. So you won't have to bother for writing those formulas somewhere, And that's why you people are becoming more and more and more and more आलसी nowadays. सब कुछ ऐसे स्पून फीडिंग की तरह मिल रहा है. हमें तो वो माइकल वास सर, मेरे को मालूम है, मेरे को बैकलॉग दिया था. क्यों दिया था मालूम है? कि बिकॉज आई वाज लेड बाय वन डे in submitting my assignment. I used to love the marketing subject a lot, at that time. He used to take our advertisement subject. I used to respect that guy a lot, but I was just led by a one day and he didn't give me any marks. He failed me, and that was a backlog. With the backlog and top 3 in the class because other subjects were too good. और सीधा सीधा book दे देते थे. You have got one book, so you'll have to prepare from that book. You have got the syllabus, so you now search from that book that whatever the part of syllabus is. If you want to refer some other book, you may refer that book too. And the responsibility of collecting the books was also up to us. Anyway, मैं ऐसा नहीं कह सकता ना तुम लोगों को, क्योंकि चलो पुराने वाले कहे कि हमारे टाइम में तो ऐसा था, वो भिड़े मास्टर की तरह, तो देन इट इज अंडरस्टैंडेबल, क्योंकि उनमें और हमने जनरेशन गैप है. बट माय जनरेशन गैप इज नॉट दैट मच. आई वाज जस्ट 5 years बैक. सम पीपल विल लाइक, सर अब तो 4-5 साल में भी इतना जनरेशन गैप आ जाता है. एनीवे, लेट्स मूव अहेड. So sharing my screen with you, we were there into the cost of debt. We'll take some examples so that we'll be crystal clear with that now. Let's start reading this question. You may take a snap of it if you want to. I think you should. Mr. Fanil Ambani, the MD of Bankruptcy Limited, decided to issue more debentures. Not all the Ambanis are Mukesh Ambani. Some may be Fanil Ambani too. Of 100 each for his highly leveraged company. That means they have taken the too much of risk till now in terms of debt and everything. They want to issue the debentures further. Oh my God. Issued at the premium of 2%. Flotation cost is 5.35%. Interest rate is 9%. Tax rate applicable to this company is 38.5%. Maturity will be of 9 years. You are supposed to find the KD after tax and before tax, and those debentures are also going to redeemed at 5%. Some people will be like, sir, कितने percentage दिए हुए हैं? Do not worry. We'll start it with the very basics. Working note number 1. Our first requirement whenever we'll be finding this cost of debt, will be to get the sell value and the market value, because that's what the requirement of the formula is, right? So I'm first finding the sell value. So working note number 1 for sell value. We start with the face value first of all. So we have got face value of 100. Then in the face value, you add the premium, or if these debentures are issued at a discount, you reduce the discount, right? Here in this case, this fellow is charging the premium of 2% when they are issued to the people at large for the very first time. So I'm adding the premium here. Now 2% of what? 2% of this 100. So 2 rupees. So 102 rupee will be the issue price. But sir, हमारी अधूरी कहानी यहाँ बिल्कुल भी खत्म नहीं होती, क्योंकि there is a flotation cost as well. Sir, what is a flotation cost? That cost is taken to circulate these debentures to the public at large. You take the various legal permissions, you enter into the agreements with the various intermediaries who will be helping you to take these debentures to the public at large. Then you will raise the funds from the people. You will appoint some banker, who will be collecting these funds and managing these funds on behalf of this company. So there comes a flotation cost. Just to float your debentures to the public, you require some cost to incur. So I'm reducing the flotation cost now. And please put it in the back of your mind, this flotation cost is always on the issue price if nothing is given to you. So flotation cost is how much, sir? 5.35% of 102. So let's calculate this. I would be more than happy if you people do it and let me know by unmuting yourself. Otherwise, मेरे पास Excel तो है ही. So 5.35% of 102.
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much for 5.457. So you get sell value. Reduce this. What do we get, friend?
96.543.
96.543. Thank you so much. Now we have got the sell value. Let's find the maturity value. So at the time of the redemption of this debenture, what will be the money paid to this debenture holders? So working note number 2, blindly. If anyone asks you, when you are sleeping, you should also be doing this 2 working notes. Again, the face value will be 100. And my friend, read the last statement. Redeemed at a premium of 5%. So when this debentures are going to be redeemed, they will be redeemed at 5% premium. So 5% of the face value. सर ये क्या आपने ऐसा ऐसा क्या बनाया है? तो ये एरो बनाया है 5. So 105 is my maturity value. Okay, so once we get MV and SV, तो अब तो हलवा है. क्या है? हलवा. Okay. KD, I am starting with the after tax and you people will do the before tax later on. I in bracket 1 minus tax rate plus MV minus SV divided by N. Remember that in the back of your mind. The whole is divided by the average of MVSV. The whole is divided by the average of MVSV. अरे होल नहीं बाबा, वोल वोल, शोर नहीं तोर. Now I stands for the interest per debenture. Now sir, interest is always paid on the face value. ऐसा हमारे रौनक सर ने बोला था जो फाइनेंस लेते थे. इंटरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज पेड ऑन द फेस वैल्यू. तो कुछ भी उसका प्राइस हो, वॉट एवर द मनी यू हैव रिसीव्ड, दैट एवरीथिंग इज इररिलेवेंट व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंटरेस्ट. इंटरेस्ट इज ऑलवेज ऑन द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ द डिबेंचर. Okay, and that's why the face value, the primary reason to tell the face value is that they want to give the interest on this face value. So interest on 100 rupees will be of what percentage? 9%. So 9 rupees. 1 minus tax rate. I'm writing everything in the decimal right now. So 0.385 plus MV minus SV. MV we have got is 105 minus 96.543 divided by, sir, N. N is the number of years in the maturity. 9 to be divided by 105 plus 96.543 divided by 2. Now there is an algebraic exercise to be done from your side, the fifth standard mathematics. Some people will like, sir, we are fearful of numbers. बेटा ये 5वीं क्लास का मैथमेटिक्स है, इसमें कैसे fearful हो सकते हो तुम? आपको लगता है 5वें साल का है, हमें कैसे मालूम है? ठीक है, चलो. 9 multiplied by 1 minus 0.385. So I get 5.535 plus 105 minus 96.543. Then some people will be like, sir, why don't you do it in the Excel only? So you won't have to calculate it again. I'm writing it so that you get the feeling of this board work, you know. अदरवाइज एक्सेल में तो ये कुछ नहीं है, एक सेकंड के अंदर पूरा फॉर्मूला कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा. 0.9397. I'm rounding off the fourth digit. Equal to 105 plus 96.543 divided by 2. अरे भैया, divided by 2. That's what the average is. 100 रुपया 100.7715. I hope everyone would be getting the same answers over there. And if you get the final answer, you will be giving me the notification through the chat box, please, so that I come to know that how many of you are awake. Equal to यार, ये सर को करना ही नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, ये बच्चे मेरे को आंसर देने चाहिए. सर ये आंसर, सर ये आंसर, फुदकते होने चाहिए बच्चे. इस क्लास में बच्चे कुछ जवाब नहीं दे रहे. 6.4747, 100.7715. So the final answer is 100.7715. We get 0.06251. So if you convert that into percentage, my friend, that can also be written like 6.25%. May I have a confirmation from the students, please, that we have got the same answer here, 0.642. Okay, so why I'm getting slightly different answer? Just give me 1 second. 105 plus 96.543, that is fine. This one is also fine.
Sir, you have rounded off 0.9396.
Okay, fine, that's why. Okay, got it. Understood. Fine, you may not round it off. Okay, so that's the cost of debt. That's the before tax. If it is after tax, my friend, then only the difference you will be making is that instead of 1 minus t, you will just take it as it is I. So do not multiply I with 1 minus t. T will not be there in the formula. Now I'll wait for 1 minute uninterrupted. Let's see. कौन है हमारे क्लास का बाजीराव सिंघम? अरे भैया, कौन है हमारे क्लास की मणिकर्णिका? कौन देता है सही जवाब? लोगों को कैलकुलेशंस की आदत ही छूट गई है. कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? खेल के आते हैं पूरे एग्जाम में, वो भी कैसे पास होते हैं मालूम हो गया. लोगों के 99 सीजीपीए हो गए ये कोरोना में. आई वाज वंडरिंग, बेटा तेरे 9.5 सीजीपीए हो ही नहीं सकते. ये वाज लाइक, सर ऐसे कैसे इंसल्ट कर सकते हो? I plus mv minus sv divided by n, mv plus sv divided by 2. Let's do it and let me know what do you get. Miss Sethi as well as Mr. Joseph both had got the same answer. Miss Darshita has got the answer quicker than everyone else. May I have the huge round of applause for Miss Darshita? I'm going to the chat box, and one person told me that I can put some emoji from there. So Darshita, this emoji is for you. And everyone is there on the same track, so I guess answer is also very correct. Mohit, Urja have got the same answer. Nice to see that. So 0.09863. 0.09863. And sorry, if you multiply that with the 100, no, then you get 9.86% before tax. Now see the tremendous advantage of the taxation you get on this. You used to have the, if no tax advantage was there, no, then your cost was somewhere around 9.86%, somewhere close to 10, right? But because of the fact that you get the tax advantage on the interest, your cost reduces by the great extent. Your effective cost is just 6.4 or something. Okay. Once it is done, may I have a confirmation from the students that we should move ahead now? If it is pending to be done, then you may continue with that in the homework. Let's go to the next question. You may take a snap of it. Please take the snap of this question, fellas and fellies, students and studenties. Some people will be like, studenties, ये क्या होता है? Anyway, जो भी हो, let's take a snap of it. Okay, I'm starting the reading of this question. Now it's the question of the preference shares. We are supposed to find the cost of preference shares. And the good thing about the cost of preference shares is that everything that we did in the cost of debt will remain same as it is. The only difference will be there is of the tax benefit. In preference shares, you do not get the tax benefit at all because you pay the dividend on the preference shares. And dividend is never an expense, can never be called as an expense. It is the appropriation of the profits. So dividend cannot be called as an expense. So the formula of KD before tax will be the formula of KP, as simple as that. Instead of I, you will put D to denote dividend per preference share. So I'm writing KP. KP stands for the cost of preference shares. Some people will be like, sir, why you are telling it K? Cost का spelling तो C से शुरू होता है. Now this K is being followed by various mathematicians, various people of the finance world. That is, I guess, the Latin American letter to denote some of the mathematical workings. So that's why we are using this K. We get the dividend per share plus MV minus SV divided by N, MV plus SV divided by 2. So the first task, ऐसे उठ के किसी ने बोला, उठा के किसी ने बोला, तो हमें मालूम होना चाहिए कि we are supposed to find SV and MV in working order. So let's find the MV, छोटू सा first. FV is how much? These preference shares are issued at 100 rupees. Let's first start reading the question so that we'll be able to get it in better way. Badai Ho Limited have issued the convertible preference shares of par value 100 each for financing their newly born project. Well, let's move ahead. The same were issued at the premium of 20%. The fixed dividend was decided at 12% on the par value. The flotation cost is 5%. It will be redeemed at 30% premium after 18 years. Find the cost of preference shares after tax and before tax. ये लोग आफ्टर टैक्स बिफोर टैक्स पूछे, तुम लोग को इनको सीधा नोट ऐसे चिपका देना है. क्या चिपका देना है? नोट चिपका देना है कि बिफोर टैक्स एंड आफ्टर टैक्स preference share cost will remain same. That will be your note. You may write it as an assumption, or you may put the justification below that there is no tax advantage with the preference dividend, so the cost will be same before tax and after tax. Okay, so sir, they are redeemed at a premium at the time of maturity at 30% premium. So I'm writing 30 rupees on 100, so 130 rupees is going to be the maturity value. Working note number 2 will be sell value, FV100 plus premium. Again, they are issued at a premium, right? At the premium of 20%. 20% of what? 20% of 100 face value. So they will be added. So you get issue price at 120. हमारी अधूरी कहानी. Flotation cost. Flotation cost will be 5% here. 5% of the issue price. So 5% of 120. So I guess 6 rupees if I am not wrong. 120 का 5% 6 रुपए होता है. हाँ राइट. फिर होता है 114 as the sell value. So now you will just put everything there in the formula. D stands for the dividend per share. Sir, how much is the cost of the face value of the preference shares? It is 100. On that you pay the 12% of the dividend. So 12 rupees would be a dividend per preference share plus MV. You have got 130 minus 114 divided by 18. Why? Because this debentures will be, this preference shares will be redeemed after 18 years. I guess as per the latest provision, no one can issue the irredeemable preference shares. Preference shares must be redeemed, or it may be converted into equity after some specific point of time. I guess 20 years of period is allowed as per the latest provisions. Though I am not a law guy right now, not very much inclined towards the amendments taking place there. But irredeemable preference shares is removed since last number of years. Anyway, divided by 130 plus 114 divided by 2. So let's see how many of you get it. And what do you get it over there? Mr. Hertz has said yes, good. Yes, Miss Urja, 20 years, very nice. Mr. Mohit is also saying the same answer. So Harsh and Mohit's answer are matching. ये देखो ऊर्जा 20 इयर्स बोलने में रहेगी ना, तब तक हर्ष ने और मोहित ने कर दिया. शाणे लोग है ये, शाणे लोग. 10.56%. बड़े ऊर्जा को जवाब दे रहे थे 20 इयर्स 18 इयर्स जाओ, हम तो करेंगे, हम तो पहले आंसर दे देंगे. So we have got KP 10.56%. I hope everyone have got it. So KD and KP. In every questions we follow the same formulas. If it is irredeemable, then the formulas will be different. I'm not taking you to that because at least that much of faith I can have on my students. They can do it. Is it clear? Shall I move ahead, guys? Confirmation through the chat box, please, because we are going to move ahead with the new concept now. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. Mr. Hardik, thank you. Mr. Ormit, thank you. All others were the repeated names. Let's move ahead. Now that there comes the overall cost of finance. It can also be called as the weighted average cost of finance. It is always denoted as WACC. W stands for the weighted, S stands for the average, C stands for the cost, C stands for the capital. Weighted average cost of capital. Now the first word is the weighted. Now, what is the interpretation of the weighted? See, when you take the average of anything, you give the same weights to everyone, right? But some of the components may be contributing much to your value. So you should not give the equal weights to everyone. You should give the relative weights based on the contribution they are making into your overall requirement. So how does that fit into this situation? So sir, my total capital structure in this case is 80 lakhs. I'm just giving you the example. And the sources of finance I have taken are equity, reserves and surplus, preference shares and debentures. All are contributing in a different magnitude. Not all are contributing same. So I cannot take the simple average. I should assign some weights. So how should I assign some weights? Well, that will be done. But one thing you should be clear about is that you cannot treat everyone equally. Equality is a discrimination. Yes, it may sound conflicting. Equality is a discrimination. You cannot serve the same amount of food to a 5-year-old, to a 15-year-old, and to a 30-year-old person. If you give them the 10 rotis, or say 5 rotis, then for the 5-year-old it may be overconsumption, it will vomit it out. For 15-year-old it might just be enough for his requirement, and for 25-year-old person it may be lesser than enough. So everyone should be treated in accordance with what they contribute. That's what the capitalism is all about. Let's move ahead. So weights will be taking. Now, how we assign the weights? We have some methods for that. We'll see that later on. Let's start reading the question so that we get it in a better way. Mr. Kalin, you may take a snap of it, all of you. Now, snap will be there in two parts actually, because anyway, I am going to circulate this question. In one practical file, I have already circulated many questions to you for the second module, but even this will be circulated by myself. This Excel file entirely will be circulated, don't worry. Just take the snap for as of now. And the part number 2, the snap of this. You may take the print screen, you may take a snap of it. Okay, let's start reading it now. Mr. Kalin is the MD of Mirzapur Limited, and you are appointed as the financial analyst of company. From the following information furnished, you are required to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. Equity share 20 lakhs, 2 lakhs equity shares are issued at 10 rupees. Reserves and surplus, the funds the company have gathered over a period of time, 20 lakhs. 12% preference shares, 10 lakhs. 9% debentures, 30 lakhs. So this is my capital structure. So if anyone asks you, what is the meaning of capital structure? It is putting all your long-term sources of finance at one place, and deciding the appropriate mix of it is the capital structure decision. The market price of the equity share is 30. It is expected that the company will pay next year a dividend of 3 per share, which will grow 7% forever. Assume 40% income tax rate. You are required to compute weighted average cost of capital using market value weights. Well, let's go to the next part. The question is not over yet. Compare the WSEC of a company with the industry weighted average. Now we have got some companies from the same industry, so we'll be comparing our own cost of finance with the cost of finance of the average of industry. So there are a few companies belonging to the similar industry. Let's see which are those companies. You are supposed to find their industry weighted average. So I mean, as an industry, what is the cost, and as a company, what is the cost? You will be comparing this to cost. Accordingly, you will be making some suggestions. Because say if your cost of finance is too much as compared to the industry, it's a matter of concern for you, right, as a financial analyst. And if your cost of finance is very less as compared to the industry, then congratulations to you, because you are performing better than the rest of the industry. So accordingly, we may come to know that what are the industry practices and how much we are doing in comparison with the industry. So the competitor companies from the same industry have got the following WSEC. Their WSEC is directly given to us. Wasepur Limited 10.20%, Dawn Limited 11.50% limited, Lokhandwala Limited 13.50, and Once Upon a Time in Mumbai Limited 15%. So we'll be finding the average of industry, but before that we'll have to find our own WACC. So all of you will prepare this format. आंख बंद करके ये फॉर्मेट को रट लेना है. क्या करना है? रट लेना है. So we have got the serial number first of all. Then we'll have the source of finance. Then we'll have their market value. Now, why I'm using the word market value? Because here in the question, it is explicitly stated that in the last, you are required to compute. Let me use some different color so you get it. You are required to compute weighted average cost of capital using the market value weights. So that's why I'm using the market value. If instead of market value, if it would have been book value, you would have taken book value here, right? Then you get the cost of each source of finance. Then you will find the weight. And then you will find the equivalent cost. देखो सर है ना स्मार्ट है, सर को ये इक्विवेलेंट का स्पेलिंग नहीं आता तो इसलिए लिख जाने दिया. मुझे मालूम है, लेकिन गलती क्यों करनी? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many? 5 or 4? No, only 4 sources of finance are there. So I'm writing only up to 5. Sorry. Some people will say, sir, this technique is known to everyone. हम भी वैसे ही करते हैं एग्जाम में, ऐसे गोड़ गपाटा कर देते हैं जब अगर नहीं लिखना हो कुछ तो. First source of finance is, let's just write everything. First is equity capital. Then second one is reserves and surplus. Third one is preference shares. Fourth one is debentures. Now market value of equity capital needs to be found now. So my friend, market price of each equity share is given to you 30 rupees, right? Now you have got the number of equity shares as well, 2 lakhs. So just multiply those two. So you get the market value of your entire equity, as simple as that. So 2 lakh multiplied by 30, you get 60 lakhs, right? So 60 lakhs market value of equity. अगर book value बताया होता तो सिर्फ, if this would have been the book value, you would have taken 20 only, because at that price the book values are recorded. But if it is a market value weight, you multiply your number of shares with the market price of each. Okay. Now the point of focus comes. My friend, whenever it comes to the market price, no, then always include reserves and surplus in the value of your equity. Because see, the net worth of the company is traded in a market. It's not just the face value of the equity which is traded in a market. So if I tell you that, how do you find the book value of any share? The book value of the share can be found by, you may just add your equity capital plus reserves and surplus divided by the number of equity shares. This is how you find the book value of the equity share. You also include your reserves and surpluses into your equity capital to find the book value of the share, because ultimate right of this reserves and surpluses belongs to the equity shareholders. They are the mandatas of this business. They are the people of management of this business. They are the owners of this business, in fact. Now, when the market values are taken, no, at that time, the value of reserves and surplus will always be taken 0. Because we assume that the value of reserves and surplus is included in the market value of equity. वैसा ही होता है ना, because you see some of the stocks, some of the shares, their face value is 1 rupee, but they are traded at 1000 rupees. So 999 rupees, why anyone is paying the premium of such kind of money? Because companies would have got some really good reserves and surpluses. I'm not saying that the book value will be a market value. Obviously, there is a difference between the two, but people pay the premium much more than the face value you have. So you have got the face value of 10 rupees, understood, but you have got the reserves and surpluses as well. So that will be taken into account when the market price will be derived by the suppliers of this shares, So जिनको नहीं समझ में आया, रट्टो reserves and surplus 0 लेने का when it is market value. Then it comes the preference capital. We have got 10 lakhs. And then we have debentures, which is 30. Now, sir, market value of debentures and preferences you have taken as it is, because there is no information of market price of preference share and debenture is given. So we assume that whatever the book values are there will be the market values. In equity, you had got 30 rupees per share value. For preference and debentures, you do not have any market price, right? So we'll be taking it as it is. Now we'll go to working note number 1 to get the cost of finance of equity. So working note number 1, KE, cost of equity. Okay, can someone tell me by looking at the question that if you can find some hint to calculate the cost of equity? Who will tell me by what model or method we can do it? We have seen the various methods of cost of equity, right? Which method may be used here? कौन बताता है? Which method may be used? Look at it and let me know. Try to recall all the methods of cost of equity. Yes, Ms. Urja, it's dividend growth model. So as per that, the KE was, because that information is given to us, no? So we'll have to do it accordingly. So KE equal to D1 divided by P0 plus G. D1 stands for the dividend per share. So dividend per share expected in the next year, including the growth of the current year, is 3 rupees per share, right? Given to us. So I'm writing 3 rupees over there. Divided by the market price of the equity share, which is 30 rupees. Plus the growth rate. Now after that, constantly The growth rate expectation is going to be 7% forever till the time company survives, so I'm writing growth rate G 0.07. So 0.10 plus 0.07, so equal to, we get 0.17. That's K. Let's take this K over there. 0.17. We have got the equity capital cost. Now reserves and surplus cost will be the same as the cost of equity. You won't have to calculate the cost of reserves and surplus again. Anyway, the market value is 0, so it really doesn't matter whether you write it or not. But fundamentally, you should be aware that the cost of reserves and surplus is the same as cost of equity. Preference capital. Now, we find the KP by using a formula. The formula was looking like this, But sir, there has to be some information given, related to the flotation cost, its redemption, at what percentage will redeem it, what percentage of premium or discount will have. If no such information is given, we take straight away the percentage of dividend as the cost of preference. First of all, you do not have the issue price, you do not have the redemption price, you do not have maturity value, obviously, that is a redemption price. No such detail is given to you. KP will be taken as straight away 12%. So 0.12 KP preference capital cost. Then you have got the debentures. Now in debentures as well, which is a KD, as per the formula, you require the redemption value, premium, flotation cost. But in case if you do not have any such detail, you take straight away the interest rate as your cost of debt. Now, in this, the interest rate is before tax. And sir, we should always take after tax, not before tax. So working note number 2. In weighted average cost of capital, the cost of debt will always be after tax. KD after tax equal to, let's take it just as a loan. No information is given, no? So we take it as interest rate multiplied by 1 minus tax rate. That's what the formula of the loan was, right? If you can recall it. Sir, that is 9%. So I can write it like 0.09 multiplied by 1 minus tax rate. Tax rate is, I guess, 40%. That's why this tax rate was given to you. Only for the KD. So 0.4. So equal to 0.09 multiplied by 0.6. So we get now chak chopan, so 0.054. So KD after tax. So let's write it over there in our format, 0.054. Now to find the weight, you will have to first do the total of these market values. 60 plus 10, 70, 70 plus 30, 1 crore is the total of your market value. Now weight will be their relative contribution in the capital structure. So equity capital is contributing 60 lakhs in the total market value of the sources of finance. So obviously it has got the weight of 60%, can also be written like 0.6, right? Reserves and surplus will be taken as 0, nil. Now preference capital are 10 lakhs from the total of 1 crore. So they are contributing how much? 10 lakhs divided by 1 crore. So that comes 10%, 0.10. Then debentures are contributing 30 lakhs from 1 crore. So there comes 0.3. So obviously the total weight will be 1. That is the relative contribution, nothing else. Now, equivalent cost is basically the multiplication of the weight and cost of finance. So if the cost of finance is A and weight is B, equivalent cost is A multiplied by B. Let's do it very quickly because I need to complete this session just in 2 minutes. So 0.7 multiplied by 0.6, 17 chak 102, so I guess it would be 0.102. Here it will be 0. 0.12 multiplied by 0.10, so 0.012, and we have got 54 multiplied by 3, so 150 અને 12 બીજા એટલે 162, so 0.0162. Multiplication of 0.054 and 0.3. Is it clear? So now the only task pending to be done is you just do the total of these three. That is nothing but the weighted average cost of capital by taking the book value. So please do the total of all the equivalent cost you have found. No, that is regarded as WACC as per market value weights. That is the overall cost of finance of a company, taking into account all the long-term sources of finance putting together. So let's see what is the total of this. 13.2%. Thank you so much. 13.02, sir, 2902. Okay, fine. So that is the weighted average cost of capital. The rest of the part will be taken in the next session because we have already, it's already 12:41. Please put your enrollment number as a mark of your attendance. In case of you have any queries or questions, you can let me know right now, or else you may disperse from the session. Bye bye, take care, sayonara, enjoy the rest of the day. See you all in the next session. Please put your enrollment number.